In this video, I will be ranking every IamMobo unknown superhero. This series introduces a bunch of wacky yet entertaining superheroes, and I will rank them based on the chart that I have personally created. Start off, we have Avenger, which is the S tier of the bunch. The Avenger tier represents the heroes that have capabilities that are able to overpower villains with best efforts. The Sidekick tier represents heroes that have decent powers, but they'll be better off as sidekicks in order to support an Avenger type hero. Opportunity Giver is a hero that could give the main heroes an advantage. These heroes have powers that are able to temporarily distract the villain, and they really will give an opening towards the hero. Used powers but not much effort heroes are heroes that have very good capabilities but have not put as much effort into defeating the villain. These heroes, they may have good powers, but sometimes there are holdbacks that either defeated them or killed them. The Useless tier goes to the heroes that barely use their powers to fight against the villain, or they just pretty much have bad powers. Now without further ado, let's get to ranking these unknown superheroes. First we have Surprise Attack. Surprise Attack tier. This hero has the ability to die over and over again, and yet he'll come back where he least expects it. Surprise Attack consists of two weapons, a staff and a scythe. These two weapons that Surprise Attack uses are able to one-shot opponents from behind. The stick was clearly from Joseph Joestar, the first enemy that Surprise Attack was killed by before he obtained the power 2 years ago. It was able to kill him within just one hit from Joseph Joestar, so clearly this stick is clearly powerful, and the scythe was an addition to the stick. There is no questioning that Surprise Attack is clearly the most powerful out of all of the series, as he's able to come back from the dead. And even if he's disintegrated, even if he's turned into fresh air, this guy will always come back and always surprise attack the opponent and end up defeating them. So this guy, he deserves his own tier of Surprise Attack. Next we have Biclops, who has the ability to shoot a laser out of his eyes, and this laser is capable of defeating anything it touches. But his only backfire is that he cannot hit his target. So I'll put him at used powers but not much effort, because there really isn't anything he can do to even target what he wants to target. Next we have this red cape superhero who I'll refer to as Energy Man. This hero had a lot of potential to be an Avenger, but yet he was killed by Biclops on accident. This hero had the ability to shoot out energy pulses out of his hand, and it looks like he was gonna do a very powerful finishing move on the fireball villain, but since he died, he couldn't do more. But I will put him as an Avenger, as he had so much capabilities to even defeat one villain by himself. Next we have Doctor Stranger, who is a clear parody of the Marvel hero Doctor Strange. His power is able to teleport anything, but the downside is he doesn't know where they end up. This power is completely dangerous and very risky, as if he teleports something dangerous, he might teleport it to a civilized place or defeat another hero. I know it may be good to getting heroes in a safe place, but there are places around the world where heroes or anyone could be teleported to. So I'm sorry, it has to be useless. Next we have Iron Man, who has the ability to shoot out a laser out of the iron he holds. This laser is actually powerful against Surprise Attack, as it's able to kill him. But it was not powerful against the villain he was shooting at. Perhaps maybe the villain was wearing armor. I would make him an Opportunity Giver, but I clearly could see him being an Avenger, as he's able to hold the villain back for a few moments. Next we have Human, who is basically like his name. He is human. He's from a planet called Earth. He has the strength and speed of a human being. So yeah, he's definitely useless. But I do admire his dedication to fighting against the villain. Next we have Captain Switzerland, who clearly is a neutral hero, as he says. He deflects only attacks, but I don't know if he has fighting capabilities. But I consider him as a good sidekick, as he could protect anyone with that shield of his. Next, we have Snowman, who has the ability to freeze anything he touches, and if anything, including himself. I consider this guy as a good Avenger as he's able to freeze anything, like any body. If he were to sneak attack behind of an opponent and freeze them, that would make him a good Avenger because you immobilize the villain with your freeze attack. So, Avenger. Next, we have the Flasher, who has the power of flashing opponents and temporarily blinding them. One of his weaknesses is the cold, and you obviously know why his weakness is the cold. But this guy has the ability to flash opponents and give other heroes an opportunity to fight against the opponent while they're temporarily blind. So yeah, clearly an opportunity giver. Next, we have Thor, who is a clear parody of the Marvel hero Thor. He possesses the same capabilities as Thor, but the difference is this guy is always delayed in his lightning strikes. When I observe this guy, I see that this guy could actually hit his target. The reason why he couldn't even hit the fireball guy is because the water got in the way. But I could see him as a potential Avenger, but considering there is delays in his attacks, I'll have to put him as sidekick, unfortunately. Lastly, we have Seaman, who is the perfect counter against the fireball villain. This hero had the ability to throw very powerful water attacks, and as you can see, it gave the fireball villain a very hard time as he couldn't really pull out a fireball. It was so unfortunate that Seaman had the same exact fate as Energy Man, because there was another hero that couldn't really control or predict what his powers will do. But I still consider Seaman as an Avenger, as he's been able to hold back against the fireball villain. So I will be separating these series into arcs. So what you just watched recently is the Fireball Man arc, and I will do the next arc, which is the Harley Quinn arc, and then the next arc will be the Windy Attack arc, and then the next arc, which I will do once there's more, will be the Do or Die Squad arc. So right now, I'll just separate this into individual parts. If you have different opinions on this tier list, I kinda get it. I kinda get there might be some parts you might agree or disagree with, but I won't lash out at you for speaking your own opinions, and you'll be alright. I'm sorry for stuttering a lot. I'm not very much of a talkative person when it comes to these videos. I'm usually mostly silent, but hopefully you'll understand why. But if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe or dislike, whatever your choice is. And I'll see you in part 2 on the Harley Quinn arc.